to receive that. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he says to Sufyan, he says, "Jitukum bi khayri dunya wa karamati al-akhirah." I do not only just bring to you that you will have the best in the next life, but if you follow my way, you will be the leaders of this world. May Allah allow and bring honor to this ummah. And we need to infiltrate the areas where there is, because a gathering of this nature, feel the nur, see the nur. And may Allah allow us the eyes that we can see that what's happening in these gatherings. And it is not just a gathering that a group of brothers and the mashayikh that have this himmah to have this gathering. Because the himmah, it is greater than just us coming together. It is the himmah of the highest form. And that himmah was that how gatherings of this nature can make men that would be callers to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Men that would rise tomorrow morning for Fajr. Men that would walk the streets of their community, walking to the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because then we understand that what Rasulullah said, that جِئْتُكُمْ بِخَيْرِ الدُّنْيَا وَكَرَامَةِ الْآخِرَةِ. And he says to Abu Sufyan this, that not only you will receive the best in the next, but you will be the leaders. You will be those that when people will gaze upon you, and then they will say that we want to be, may Allah allow us to be like that. And when we attend these gatherings, we take the most important part of it, and that is reaching out to the next. If we do not see, in the time of Sayyidina Umar radiallahu ta'ala, he was a handsome lad, and he was an Ardi Sham, and the person that used to attend the gatherings of Umar. And one day Umar misses this person. فَقَدَهُ Umar. And Umar inquires, great leadership qualities. May Allah grant us this. And from who did Umar take this? From his master, our master, salawatu rabbi wa salamu alayhi. Rasulullah was insan kamil. Insan kamil. Do you know the wisdom of, when the Imam sits in the masjid? And this is taken from the sunnah of Rasulullah. That the Imam, Allahumma anta salam, astaghfirullah, 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 Allahumma anta salam, then he turns around. The Imams need to do this. Because when the Imam turned around, this is taken from Rasulullah. Then Rasulullah would gaze in the Jama'ah. He gazed in the Jama'ah. And if you don't see that your absence, does it summons me to visit you? Rasulullah. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. So Rasulullah, he reached out to people. And Umar took this from. And every Sahabi that lived with Rasulullah. It was not just that looking, maybe we see it, but the inward of we are papers. So Sayyidina Umar, he missed this land and inquires about this land. The more we will reach, we will touch. The more we would connect, and the more we would bring. And Umar radiallahu ta'ala is inquire about this lad, where is he? And someone afterwards he go to Sayyidina Umar radiallahu ta'ala. And he says, Ya Umar, that this young lad, that unfortunately he got caught up into vice, sharab, yatataba or sharab. That he started to drink, bad habits, Ya Umar. And we know Umar radiallahu ta'ala. He didn't wait a moment, because if you are disobeyed it, and this was Umar, after Islam, following the way of Rasulullah. And Umar reaches. And he called one of his scribes, and he says to the scribe, Uktub. Because Umar wants to read this young lad. And Umar did not leave him there. And Umar radiallahu ta'ala, he says to the scribe, Uktub Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim bin Umar bin Khattab. This is from Umar, the message. Ahmaduka Allah alayk, that he praises Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Umar starts this letter and he says to the scribe, write, and he says, غافر الذنب قابل التوب شديد العقاب ذي الطول لا إله إلا هو. The power of Quran. What did Quran do when Umar, the first touch and the first engagement of Umar with Quran, what did it do to his heart? Take the Quran to our communities. Take the Quran to our homes. Take the Quran in our life. Take the Quran wherever we go. It will melt the hearts. Tufayl bin Amr al-Dawsi. The other Sahaba, great memories of the Sahaba and lessons. But in any case, we come back to the story of Umar. So Umar radiallahu ta'ala, and he says to the scribe, write, غافل الذنب. Write him and remind this lad about Allah, the one that accepts. غافل الذنب, forgive the sins. قابل التوب, Allah accepts the tawbah of a person. شديد العقاب, Allah is also severe in retribution. ذي التولي, but Allah is the one that favors insan. لا إله إلا هو, there's none but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know what happens when a slave turns to Allah? May Allah allow that we are the people that would allow, that connect people, that they can turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If a person turns to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, istalaha al-abd ma'al mawla, there's an announcement in the heavens that call lanterns has been light in the heavens because the slave has turned to Allah. May Allah allow us to take it from this and infiltrate our community. Umar radiallahu ta'ala completes, and he says to the scribe, take this letter to this lad, but give this letter to this lad when he's sober. And Umar radiallahu ta'ala he turns to the majma, to the gathering, and he says to them, engage Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The letter is going, but you are calling on Allah subhanahu. You turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the scribe, he takes the letter, and he waits for a moment, and he finds this boy, and he gives this letter to this boy. And the boy starts to read the letter. And he reads the letter with the verses. And he comes to the verses where Umar reminds him of Ghafiri Dham. And he says that Umar radiallahu ta'ala, he reminds me that Allah is prepared to forgive me. But then Umar also reminds me that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala shadidul iqab, that the punishment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he reminds me of favors and how Allah favor people. And the lad starts to cry, and the lad changes his life after this reading the letter of Sayyidina Umar radiallahu ta'ala. When the message comes back to Umar, Umar says to the people, this is what you need to do. That when you see someone that he deviates from the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, reach out to him. Reach out to him. Reach people. Hidayah not in our hands, but we have made the effort. We have made the effort. Reach out. Reach out to them. And Umar says, وَلَا تَكُونْ, and do not be awnan, and do not be for your brother that you are that accomplice for what Shaitan wants for him. Because when he deviates from the path, you take a step back. You take a step back and you say, no, I can't deal with that. No. It is our duty that we need to reach. When we reach people, how many people don't make salah? How many people don't remember Allah? How many people do not send salawat and Rasulullah? How many of our community, they did not see the nur of Allah, and they did not see and realize that what is the nur of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. May Allah make us scholars, and may Allah make us doors to opening of goodness. Ameen. Habib Umar, this last day they made that dua, that Allah allow us to be those who will open doors of goodness and connect. And Ya Allah, do not make us doors that open evil to our communities. Ya Allah, grant us khair, barakah.